Alright, so now it's saying uh, there's an error with Twitch or something, so I can't do that, so fucking we're on YouTube now. Yeah, I have my YouTube linked to my Twitch, or not my Twitch, my PS5. So, here's that. Yeah. Mm. Alright, so I'm gonna grab my buffs real quick. So, with Insect Glaive, when you have the red buff, you can charge your Insect Glaive, which you can see my weapon is glowing right now. So what that does is, when you let go of the button, you do this. And so, uh, that is also an offset, as you can see there. But there's also a follow-up that happens when you have all three that you can trigger by pressing the button again while in focus mode, which is that. And also, Insect Glaive can do aerial stuff. And let me get a... there it is. And so the focus move on Insect Glaive is you do a little hop, and your bug gets all three extracts in one go. Hmm. And if you're in the air, when you let go of your charge, you do that little dive. Like so. Hmm. It's one of the weapons that if you know how to use it, you can just dance around a monster. Now, for one of the two weapons I'd probably recommend you, at least for starting out, the Sword and Shield, which is exactly what it looks like, the Sword and Shield. It's very, very mobile. As you can see, this is the walking speed. You can block, which it has the worst shield in the game, but when you have perfect guard, it don't really matter. So, yep, and if you like hold a directional input while attacking, you can see I do strafing, which is I move as I attack. Yep, and then we got this. Sword and Shield is also a jack of all traits weapon. It can stun, it can slice tails. Its real main issue is range. Because as you can see, little tiny baby arms. However, it is the only weapon where you can use items without sheathing your weapon. Uh, Not quite, but we do have the drugs. You also have this move, which is you just run the sword along the monster from the weak point. It's a very beginner weapon, and it's very underrated. It is very good if you know how to use it. Definitely. Yep. So, yep. Fucking, speaking of, Sword and Dauntless, you remember how sometimes I would run both the special counter and discipline for Sword? Now imagine if that was just a weapon as a whole. This is the longsword, and my main weapon in Monster Hunter World. It is a very counter-focused weapon that has a meter that you fill up. Yep, so if you look at the top left, you'll notice a white uh, border just appeared around the glowing one of the bottom two sword icons. So that is a free damage buff that can go from white to yellow and then to red. Red obviously being the biggest. Like so. And then, once you get up to that level, you can spend it on a big attack. And then a follow-up. And that brings you back down to white. Yep. And now for the counters it has. It has two. One is the Foresight Slash. That is the wrong one. Move. Which is where you go backwards. And then it essentially gives you iframes to where if you get hit by an attack, then you land the follow-up. You can do the final hit of your main combo to get you the level. Which I'll do it again real quick. Bop. Now I'm up at red. And then, that's more of the safe counter that has a forgiving window. This one, which I did not time right, is the EI Spirit Slash, which is the one you go for if you want damage, and it also gives you an instant level. There we go, I got that one. So I'm just going to go ahead and just spend a level. There's that. You go into the special sheath, and now I'm back up at red. And then you can pop the wounds, which also gives you a free level. And depending on how many wounds there are that you pop with that move, you can go up multiple. Yep. And then that follow-up has hyper armor. And now I'm going to show you the second most beginner-friendly weapon, the dual blades. Which is, this one, when it's on my back, it looks like one weapon, but it is two blades. So this one, imagine chain blades, or yeah, chain blades, but without the whole aerial aspect. As you can see, very, very fast. And then very low commitment as well. But this is just your normal mode. Got your basic combos right there. But then you also have demon mode, which gives you a different moveset and faster attacks. but it constantly drains your stamina. Yep, and as you can see right here, you can deactivate it and activate it as well. When you deactivate it, as long as you don't like dodge or anything, your stamina just constantly recharges. So it's very easy to just go into demon mode, pop away at the monster, and then you're like, oh hey, my stamina's running low. Deactivate demon mode, just hit it for a bit without demon mode, activate it again. Like so. Yep. And so, you know how Twin Suns in Dauntless has like the perfect dodge, or when you dodge, you fire the barrage of shots? Dual Blades has a similar mechanic. It's one of the two weapons that have a perfect dodge, where if you dodge at the right time, if I do it correctly, because it's annoying to do on this dummy. God damn it. It doesn't matter if you're in demon mode or not. There we go. Now you'll see my swords are glowing blue. That gives me a damage buff, and my dodge also now does an attack. Whee! Mm-hmm. Yep. And then a key mechanic of Monster Hunter is if you see the blue bar under my stamina, that is sharpness. So depending on where you hit, you can bounce off of it if your sharpness is too low. Which is a very easy fix where you just pop and then voila. And also some weapons, their attacks have what's called Mind's Eye, which is so you're like, oh, I have too low sharpness, I do not care. And you can just go ham, regardless of your sharpness. So yeah. Dual Blades, while also very easy, also, or like, I shouldn't say very easy, has a low skill floor. It also suffers from the baby reach, same as Sword and Shield. Mm. Yep. Now I'm gonna show you a weapon that has really no Dauntless counterpart, or there's no weapon in Dauntless like it. The Lance. So, as you can see, it is a very slow weapon when you're just walking with it out. But it has the best shield in the game. So if I just stand here, if you remember with Sword and Shield, anytime I blocked it, I was getting knocked back a bit. The fucking Lance, it just does not care. You are the immovable object. Yep, and despite being a lance, uh, it is very mobile when you know how to use it. As you can see with my just basic triangle combo, I can kind of strafe in between hits. And it's also pretty safe. Out of like any of these pokes you can block. I'm just gonna do that, and then... It's also a counter-heavy weapon. Or at least when you know how to start using it like that, and then... Yep, and also, when you do like this one, if you're hit with a strong attack, your lance will glow a color depending on the strength of the attack you blocked. And then your little follow-up, like this uppercut, gets a damage buff depending on it. And then, yep. And now, like, let's say the monster is running away from you. One thing Lance can do is it can charge. Which is really funny when the monster's down and you just do this. I'm not pressing a single thing, and it just goes. And then pop. Yeah, it does use stamina. Ow. But yeah, so the monster just runs away, you can go no. And as long as you have the stamina, you can just charge after it. And then you've also got, for covering short distances, you have a little hop here, which also blocks. That you can hop in any of the 4 cardinal directions. So if the monster just runs away, you can also just do this to catch it. So yeah. And last one I'll do a quick little demo of, unless you want to see some others. That this one also has no Dauntless counterpart. Behold, the hunting horn. You become a bard. So if you look at the top right of my screen, you'll see like all the like self-improvement, stamina use reduced, large, defense up large, and all that. And you'll see like 2 purple notes next to self-improvement. Then if you look to the far right, you'll see the triangle symbol is inside a purple note. Circle is inside the blue, and then triangle plus circle is inside the orange. The icons next to each song I have is indicated by that. So I just played 2 purple notes, and now I can play my self-improvement. So what that does is it makes my movement speed with the weapon out faster. It gives me an attack buff, and it gives me natural mind's eye on all my hits. So I can go sharpness, what's that? And hit hard parts. So we also have a little bubble that we can place down. Technically 3. It differs from horn to horn. This one, if you stand inside of it, it heals you. So I'm gonna get hit by this. So you'll see my health goes down, but when I get hit, and then it just starts. I just start healing because I'm standing in my bubble. But it also, when I attack, you'll see some extra damage numbers popping up. That's because whenever I attack, the echo bubbles do damage if the monster is inside of them. And it's also same with when I play songs. Now I'm gonna do this. And depending on which horn you have, you can have an offset melody, which is, as it's self-explanatory, is an offset. Would have gotten that if I timed it right, but you know. Yep. Yep. Depending on which horn you have, this bubble could give you different buffs. This one, as I said before, heals you. One of them is it gives you increased stamina regen and iframes when you dodge. Uh, and of course, we've also got different songs. The songs differ from horn to horn. Like this one has the impact wave, which deals blunt damage, like so. With this weapon, unless you really know all the buttons for the songs, which do differ from horn to horn, by the way, uh, half of the fight you're looking up at the top right of your screen. So it's not really for beginners, but it can be used by them. hmm hmm But of course, songs and the buttons assigned to each song differ from horn to horn. Yep. Uh, I'll show you one of the ranged weapons. This is bow. Essentially, imagine a ranged melee weapon pretending to be a ranged weapon, because that's what this thing is, because half the fight you're like this close to the monster. So yeah. So, self-explanatory, it's a bow. You fire arrows. It doesn't really have many combos, but it is very, very stamina heavy, because as you see, each of my attacks actually use stamina. So now, uh, you can also fire dragon pierces and stuff. Fun little charged shot. Wait. Bow is the other weapon that has a perfect dodge. Damn it. Do the thing. There we go. So, unlike dual blades, it does not give you a damage buff. What Bow's perfect dodge does is it completely refills your stamina. And if you see the little blue bar at the bottom right of my screen, uh, it refills that by a third. Oh, did they nerf it? At least that's how it was in the demo. Oh, damn. They might have made it so it no longer recharges the meter in the bottom. Alright, anyway. So, it does refill your stamina completely, though. And so, if you look at the under the blue bar, you'll see power coding in a red file. Uh, this differs from bow to bow, but this one has power coding and poison coding. So to use a coding, it uses a third of that blue bar, and you get 10 uses per thing. So poison coding, self-explanatory. It makes it so your shots do poison damage, so you can poison a monster. Power, it increases how far you can be from the monster. Oh, maybe not in this game. Alright. Well, it just gives you a damage buff for your shots. In this game, it's just on there. Only thing you gotta look out for is how much of the blue meter you have, because I'm gonna just go ahead and waste some. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, well, you can also use the blue meter for tracer shots, which is not that. Alright. Hang on. Did they change the buttons from the fucking demo? Hold on. Ba, ba, ba. Quick shot, power piece. Interesting. Let me just go ahead and get rid of that. Alright, there we go. Huh. Oh, there. No, wait, there it is. Tracer shots. So, this majorly nerfs the damage of your shots, but you don't even gotta aim at the target. Yep. Essentially aimbot. But it nerfs the damage of your shots when it's active. Mm-hmm. You also got a little hop. So, for the other two ranged weapons, there's heavy bowgun and light bowgun. They act decently similar. Light bowgun, which is the one I prefer out of the two, is a lot more mobile. And you also have, unlike bow, with light and heavy bowgun, you have actual ammo types. Yep. And so, depending on which gun you're using, it has different ammo types and different capacity or ammo size. So, like this one for sticky ammo, which go kaboom. This one only holds one before you have to reload. Others could hold 2, 3, 4, etc. Or none at all, depending on it. You've also got paralysis ammo for this one, which holds 3, which, as you can see, paralyzes it. Let's see. Got shrink ammo, which you can capture monsters in this game. And of course, we got for this gun, which is the main one, other than thunder ammo, which is elemental damage, is pierce. Light bowgun can place down a little bomb that explodes when the monster or you hits it. And so, it also has a little mode where I'm going to stick a thing on there, which is, depending on the gun you have, this is specific to light bowgun, is rapid fire mode. Which if I take it off, I'm going to shoot one thing of pierce. Now I put on the rapid fire mode, shoot one thing of pierce. And it does that. And then it also turns your dodge into an attack. Like so. And it also gives you a follow-up, which does lock you in place for that one. It depends on the gun. This one has infinite pierce ammo, so you never have to worry about crafting more. But like, let's say if I run over to sticky, I I can only have 9 before I need to craft more or restock. And then for breaking a wound, you can charge it while moving around, but if you actually fire it, it knocks you backwards. Alright, now we're on over here. Now, are there any more you want to see before any actual hunts? Yep. Gonna go ahead and close these notifications. Alright. In that case, I'll go ahead and do a hunt with... I don't have the upgraded sword and shield for him? Damn. And, slap these two on. I'll do a run with sword and shield and, dual blades. So you can see the two I kind of recommend you starting out with. Oh, daily login. Gemma. Mm-hmm. Sword and shield. So as you can see, this game has actual weapon trees. So like you have to craft ones before other ones. And now we're gonna run down here to Zoshia. Upgrade. 'Yep. Fun fact about the food buffs. Yep. Fun fact about the food. Uh, Depending on which items you use, that actually shows up in the cutscene. Here, I'll... 50 minutes instead of 30. Actually, do I have any, I do. This is the, same guy from the video I sent. So, in this game, monsters have different levels they can spawn at, which is 1 through 5 star, which that just determines how much, like, damage they can do. Or, like, how much damage they do in a hit. I missed the perfect dodge. Sage. There we go, there's the perfect dodge. You also have a little hunting buddy. Yep. Yeah. You're not starting with this monster. Yeah. The Gemma, which is the smithy, literally goes, hey, here's some free materials. Don't give me none of that. It's a waste of materials, so I'm not gonna upgrade my stuff. Ow. Alright, let's go sword and shield for a bit. Yep, you can have 2 weapons at a time. Perfect guard that, and do a little counter hit. Oh. Give me that wound. Whee! Thank you, cat. Perfect guard. Ow. And that's what happens when you get hit without enough stamina. Thank you, cat, for the heals. He's after my cat. There we go, there's a power clash. Yeet, get off of me. Give. Perfect guard that. Perfect guard that. Let's see if I can get a stun. I want a stun. Because he did that on a neutral, he does it twice. I missed that block. Thank you, cat. Nope. Yep. Shut up. There we go, there's a stun. Which is this game's version of stagger. Oh, that's a grab. Actually, yeah, I'll get grabbed by that. So you can stab, if you stab fast enough to get out of this, but it's a cool grab, so I'm gonna get hit. Whee! I am gonna put on my ghillie mantle. Makes it so the monster will not notice me. So what I can do, come up here, sneak attack. Yeah, I was in the slope. Couldn't do anything because I was sliding. Actually, wait, hang on. Yep, that's not it. That's his nuke. Bop. There's one wound. There's 2 wounds. Alright, so now I'm gonna knock him on the ground. Whee! There we go, there's the tail. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Oh, he's standing on it. No. I could not see. Ow. Come here. Gib. Thank you, cat. I'm gonna dodge that. This is such an annoying area. Nope, but if you look at the bottom left icon to the right of the map, if I have it selected, you see the little flashing pulse under his icon. There we go. So imagine that like a real pulse. The lower it gets, the closer he is to being dead. Give me the wound, asshole. Yep. Block that. Okay, I could not tell what he was doing. Oh, oh, get me away from that. Hello. Now, if you look on the mini-map, you'll see a skull on his icon. That means he can be captured. Do I have my shock traps? I do. Where's he going? Oh, he's fighting the chickens. Captured. Alright, where's the tail? It's over here. So unlike in Dauntless, at least if you don't capture them, you can carve them.
I'll gather up what you didn't use.
Decorations, this game's equivalent to cells. Ooh, tempered right out. Alright, I am gonna do a little swappy of weapons. Let's go long sword. Do I have any that goes on any of these? I don't. So let's go long sword and then light bow gun. Gonna fast travel over here. Hello, Ray Dow.
I'll just hop on for now.
Peekaboo. There we go. Ooh, wait, hang on. He's under this. Go, environmental damage. Gonna hyper armor through the roar. God damn. Stop moving. Oh, that's a nuke. Alright, so now, certain moves you can punish. Like so. So now, we're gonna just go ahead and do that, get some damage in. Hit me. There we go. That's gonna hit. Yep. I don't know the timing on that. Thank you, cat. Oh. Nope. Gonna punish that. Knock him on the ground for a second. Nope. Give me that wound. Foresight that. We hyper armor through that. Nice, let's go. Broke his horns.
Freshen you up quick.
Yeah, not surprised. Exactly.
The lightning
Well,
keeps them amped up.
I'm gonna switch to a light bowgun. I just gotta chase after him. Actually, how far is he going? It would not. I don't think it would be faster to fast travel to my camp over that way. He's fighting the sandworm. Okay. I missed him. Sedge. Oh. Ow. How dare you?
Leave this to me. Heels inbound.
Just go down already. Alright, there's one wound. And a 2 wound. Wow. Punish. Stop that. Sedge. Why is he going that way? Alright then. Hmm? Oh, I don't have any, wound finish. Oh, there we go. The carves.
Nicely done, Hunter. Glad you're in one piece.
Where's that? Where is it? There it is. I've clocked in 181 hours. uh, yeah, in this game you can see how many of each monster you've hunted. Yep, like if I monster field guide large monsters. This is every monster in the game so far. So yeah, there's also different sizes. Yep. And like if like you can see crowns next to the icons. Monsters come in different sizes for each one. If you kill the smallest one, you'll get a small gold crown. And if you kill the biggest size there is for that monster, you'll get a big gold crown. Some monsters do not have crowns because they're size locked, like Jindahad and Zoshia. But other than that, every monster has crowns. Yeah. You can uh, go to the weapons, the page, and it'll show you uh, which part is weak to what weapon type, being cutting, blunt, and ranged. And then there's also which one, what they're weak to elemental wise, which also differs from part to part. Mm-hmm. And then there's also the parts list, which shows you what you can get from each part and what you can get from carving and capturing. Never would have guessed. Nope, unless you want cosmetics. Mhm. Let me see. I don't know if it will, but yeah, it doesn't show that. But yeah, the store is just stuff like emotes and cosmetic armor. Like, yep. The first one, yeah, seasonal events. The first one is in, I want to say next week. Yeah, it's like the 23rd. This is not where I meant to go.
We sure got here fast.
Um, this is, no, that's the wrong thing. We love the magnetized sun. There we go. Oh, it is Oshia spawned. No, I need to mark that as investigation. Grand Hub. You. Great quest. Save as an investigation. All that does is, it lets me make it so I save the quest so I can do it like 3 times. Hello, Diva. I can't hear her singing. I must have come late. Sedge. Oh, there it is. What did you say? My stats have been buffed. Nope. I know of your Eurovision though. Hey. Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah, fucking yeah. So this is the Grand Hub, or as everyone that has played previous titles is gonna call it, the Gathering Hub, because that's what it's been called in like every other title. So this is essentially, uh, when you're done with the game, it's the place you can go to just meet with others in the session. You can see each other, just the place you go to hang out. And we've also got fun stuff like arm wrestling, which I can't do because I'm in a single session by myself. We've also got some fun stuff up here, which is like barrel bowling. But before I go over there, to give you the scale on how big some monsters can get, the biggest monster in the Monster Hunter series is called Dalamadur, and this is its skeleton. Let the stream delay catch up. Mm-hmm. He's not been in a title for like a couple of years. I want to say 4 was the last one he's in. I'm not sure though. Never played the game that he's in. Well, this is an interesting setup. Barrel bowling. You'll see once stream delay catches up. Hello, Rolly. Oop, oop. Good roll? Question mark? Get it. Yeah, 380. Nice. Uh, let's go this way. Oh, hit it. Alright, I got that cheeky 20. No. Oh, that was such a bad second roll. Yeah, B rank. First roll carried me there. Yep.
Key to fishing is patience.
Oh. Yes.
Master Angler to shine.
Nice. Again, I haven't come across any of them, but it's probably because I don't have them added as friends or anything, so yeah, so no little pop up on when I open Discord being like, hey, this person's playing Wiles. fish. Give. Well, that's good to know. There's some good. Yep. Back in Wilds does require beefy setup to run for PC. Nice. Mm. Nice. So, obviously. If it ain't broke, don't fix it type situation. You, things might have a few extra pixels, but so Wild's on your watch list now. Because I'll tell you what, good. Yep. Tempered miso. Save. I went tempered miso because I saw it on my map and instantly saved it as an investigation. E. Otherwise, yeah. E. Fucking. Yep. Here's one of the intro cutscenes for a monster. But yeah. You can just imagine it as a more in-depth Dauntless.
Sure enough. Masked Angler!
Mm-hmm. Arcade Monster Hunter, as I call it.
Safe. I was so worried. Is that the monster
Mm-hmm.
that's disturbing your fishing?
Yep.
No.
That game had a story. It's a half a minute long cutscene. End of story. That's all the story you get. Yeah, it's older than me. First Monster Hunter came out in 2004. Yep.
Mizitsune!
Fucking.
The guild authorizes you to hunt the Mizutsune on it.
This is so Monster Hunter World, which came out in 2018, became their most like sold game, and then this just blew it out of the water on like the first week. One that shows off the cutscene really well. This one. Yeah. I've played less than 100 hours of Elden Ring, I want to say. Jesus. Ain't there like 300 weapons in Elden Ring? Jesus. That's dedication, I tell ya. Uh, there's two different Radons. Radon in the base game is one of the, I want to say it on the earlier side, but Promise Consort Radon is the final boss of the DLC. Is he riding a horse? Oh wait, that one, the one with the red hair, Radagon. Yay. It's it's funny seeing like people that actually know how to play Elden Ring and have been playing it for a while, where they just like basically no hit the game, and then there's just the casuals that spend so many tries trying to beat one boss. God, that's pretty. It's 2 hours of gameplay or 2 weeks of just having it. Oh yeah, you talking about where they buy it and they beat Elden Ring in sub 2 hours and get a refund? I know the one you're talking about. I've seen that. Dude, have you seen the video where they literally one hit every boss? Oh, hang on, let me see. Those videos are funny. Hmm. Yep. You know, the game's just not as challenging as I expected. Yep. Bro, I've just. It's It's like 48 minutes. Yeah. And they'll legit be just reading Twitch chat, not even looking at the fight and still dodging everything. That's so pretty. Alright, actually here, I'm gonna final thing real quick. Private lobby. Hiccup. But yeah, I'd say if you're gonna start a Monster Hunter, I'd definitely recommend Wilds. Definitely the most streamlined and beginner friendly when it actually comes to the fights. There's no I've not seen that before. I don't know there are the monsters. Okay. They just decided not to spawn. I'm gonna rest. And clemency and nighttime. 500 points to rest? They definitely increased that. That used to be 300. Yep. It doesn't actually do anything gameplay wise except for like, well, you can force certain monsters to spawn or do that to reset the spawns. Like if there's a specific monster you want to hunt and it's not on the map, if you don't have an investigation for it, you can rest and just try and get it to spawn. Look at it. And you can also customize auto shoutouts and stickers. I I like to be horny in this game. Where's my auto callouts? Yeah, like when someone mounts a monster, it's why won't someone ride me like this? Or it's when I mount a monster. I have the auto callout be why won't someone ride me like this? Uh, fucking when a monster grabs me, it's if only it was thighs. When I fire dung pod, which is you fire monster poop at a monster to get it to go away. Just embrace monkey. When someone heals me or buffs me, it's does this mean you love me? When I die, I knew I had a skill issue. When someone faint or when someone else faints, he will be remembered. When someone else mounts a monster, can you mount me next? When the monster goes to sleep from if I have a sleep weapon, monster is eepy. When another player joins the quest, will you love me? So yeah, you can customize your auto callouts, customize the stickers. Hmm. So pretty. It's so annoying that PS5 cannot screen share in Discord. Like, bro, the PS4 could do it. Eh, and I don't own a PS4. And Wilds can't run on a PS4. Definitely. But I guess I got rid of that mechanic. Yes, sir.